So I chatted with your friend April the
Oh,
other day, yesterday, and she had some lovely things to say about you. So she really shook things up. Were you surprised when she gave you the rose?
yeah, genuinely. That night, I thought I was gonna go home. I actually had a conversation with her and I had a conversation with Leslie, and they were just like, checking in. They're like, "Hey, how are you doing?" I was like, "You know what? I'm in a really good place knowing that everybody's happy and I'm ready to go home."
Yeah,
And I don't think it sat well with her. She's like, "Hey, like, is there more people coming?" I was like, "I think so, maybe." And she just wanted me to have a chance to potentially meet somebody else. And
right.
I didn't think the Goldens could give out roses. So when I was sitting up there and I was like, me, I was genuinely so shocked. And
Yeah.
everybody else was too. We're like, what the hell? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
But it was fun. And when I got up there, she was just saying the most like reassuring, sweet things. So it was a great moment.
She's a really nice, lovely person. And so you didn't think there was no flirtation. It wasn't like any, or was there?
No, no, it was wholesome. It was almost like your mom checking in on you and just like
Right.
making sure you felt okay. And there was no like genuine flirt. I mean, like enough so to where it's like playful flirting from their
Yeah.
end, like they're
Right.
like lifting my shirt up and like yeah, like we're in paradise, so like it's that kind of flirting, but it wasn't
Right.
anything like, hey,
Yeah.
we're actually gonna like kiss or anything like that. Like,
Right. Right. So, she said that she wanted everyone else to see what she sees in you.
hmm
Did you hear her say that?
I did, yeah.
And I asked her what she meant, and she said, "Well, it doesn't matter. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on what." Do you agree with her? Do you think that people don't see you for exactly who you are all the time in paradise? Or is there some of that?
Hmm. I guess that's tough. I think the hardest part for me is I try to be realistic in such an unrealistic environment.
Right.
You have 48 hours to know if you want to be with this person or not. So I
Yeah.
try to do my best based on the little things, and it's either a case and tails all the time. The people I'm into aren't into me, or the people that are into me, I'm not into. And you got to figure it out quick. So in terms of
Tale as
TV,
old as time.
literally. So like when you're on TV, like it just comes across as like meet some friend zone. When it's like, hey, there's conversations that go into this, and it's like I either got friend zoned or they friend zoned me, or I friend zone them, and it just kind of comes across that way. So I don't know if it's people aren't understanding me as much. I think it's more of just like if I'm not into you, I'm not even gonna like flirt with the idea too much
Right.
because I don't want to waste anybody's time or have there be confusion. So it looks like it's just almost like an immediate nope friend or vice versa. So I don't think it's that they don't understand. I think it's just more of like you got to make decisions quick and
Right.
for me trying to be realistic, I jump the gun and I go, all right, I don't see this person in a romantic way.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're doing, I mean, maybe you're guilty of doing what you think others are doing. Like
For
but I
sure.
guess you have no chance because you don't have time to really get to know someone in such a
Yep.
short, right? Um, what was your first reaction when you got the call, like the invitation to go to Bachelor in Paradise? Did you
Well, they
jump
asked
on it?
me on live TV in August, so I had
Oh,
to
they
wait
did.
9 months to start
Okay.
filming ish.
Right.
I
When
mean,
they asked you, did you say
well,
yes?
in my mind, I was like, man, I don't know. I just went through all this. Like, I don't know if I want to go back just now.
Yeah.
But then Jesse sits me on stage and he's like, we have this place on the beach, and everybody just starts like cheering, and I'm like, well, shit, I can't say no now. Like,
Right.
so I'm sitting there,
Right.
I'm like, you know what? I'll be there. Like, I'll see you
Yeah.
guys in paradise. So it was cool. I was
So
excited,
this,
but it definitely all that time made me really anxious to get there.
right. And was I mean, was your experience on The Bachelorette with Jen, did that sort of kind of come in handy? Did it was it so different that you really couldn't, sort of use that experience to help you?
It was different because I had time to make an impression and vice versa,
Yeah.
versus like I said, like this like 48-hour window to like decide. Like I can hang out with her a few times and we just have that fun banter energy. And then you can kind of get into like the more like depth of conversation and like are we right for each other? And do it more of an organic way.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it was definitely a harder switch up because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have time, versus coming to Paradise, I didn't have that much time. So
Right.
it was a weird thing, but like as far as like being comfortable to speak your feelings in front of like a camera and all that, 100% helped.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's good. Um, was there was there someone you were hoping would be um, on in paradise before you went? Was there someone specific you thought, oh, I hope they show up from the Bachelor world?
Not in particularly. I'm a big like personality guy. I know people say, "Oh, big person," like, but I can think people are beautiful all day long. Bachelor Nation's full of beautiful women.
Hmm.
Until I get to meet you like firsthand and feel that energy that you like radiate to the world and how you treat other people like face to face, I can't really like get excited or make a decision because I want to know that side of you first.
Right. Right.
So like, yeah, there was women that I was like, yeah, this girl's beautiful. I would love to see her there, but like, it wasn't like I need this person to be there because I'm going to give it a genuine shot.
So what are you looking for in a woman? I mean, what are the qualities you said how they treat other people? So tell me about that and the qualities that you think are important.
Yeah, I mean, I think just somebody who's one very just like an optimistic person. They want to see the best of life. They see the best in people and they believe in themselves. I think that's a really sexy quality. And then outside of that, like having a high level of emotional intelligence, can you think back on a situation and be like, oh man, that was my fault, or I see where you were coming from, or just have like really good, solid foundation of communication. It's huge. It's not easy to be like, hey, I was wrong, and just be able to communicate that. And I think a woman that can do that, that is incomparable to anything else.
You know who's like that? You know who's like that? April.
Yeah, April's great, and that's why I love her so much.
But you couldn't see yourself in a May December romance like that.
No, no, unfortunately not. I
Okay,
wish.
I get it. That's fine. Are you ready to settle down, find your soulmate?
I am. That was a tough part about Paradise is I came in genuinely ready. I took those 9 months to not really like date around too much. Like I talked to people here and there, but nothing overly serious. And I was like, I want to make sure I'm in the right headspace, good to go when I get there. So I give this a real shot. And by the time I got there, I was like, I want to find somebody. And I think it weighed so heavy on me that I wanted to do it right that it had the opposite effect on me where I was like anxious and I was like trying to be so realistic in this environment. Um,
Right.
but it put me in a really good headspace as far as like wanting to start dating and really find the right person for sure.
All right. So I haven't seen the next episode yet,
Okay, of
episode 4. Are you watching every week just to kind of see
course.
what, like you hadn't seen these episodes before. You're watching as everyone else is, right?
100. Yeah, it's funny too because I have watch parties every Monday at my house. All my friends come over and they'll be talking mid-episode. I'm like, shut the hell up. This is the first time I'm seeing this too. Like,
Yeah.
don't,
I
I need to see this play out. I don't know how it's going to come across.
I get in trouble for that all the time. I talk through stuff. Um, so what was I going to ask you? Hold on, I got a couple of questions. I'm running out of time, but
Oh, good. We can
so you haven't
rapid
seen.
fire
So
through all the
can
faster.
you tease what's coming up for us on
Here's what's coming up.
like in the next few
I
episodes?
got you. So when Jesse says all of paradise changes, I know we've hinted at it with the money and all that, but it really does change. There's a lot of facets of what it is that, it almost becomes like competition in paradise,
Hmm.
versus just straight up Bachelor in Paradise. And it's a really cool like way of approaching finding a person. I think it's really, really fun. Outside of that, there's a few newcomers coming in. You know, I definitely still am somebody who I have my options open. April saved me for another week, so may or may not go on a date. I don't know. But yeah, I think the rest of it's just a lot of fun. You get to see people's competitive side. There's a lot of drama that's coming up. Like when people get locked into relationships, that's when the meat and potatoes kind of comes out. You get to see like how do you guys communicate together? When issues arise, how do you solve them? And it's really fun to watch back.
Didn't you have some chemistry with Kat at one point?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, but as soon as Dale walked in on was it like day 2, I think he showed up, day 1. watching how giddy and excited she got about him, I was like, you know what? I don't have a chance here. I'm gonna still be your friend and I'm gonna be there for you. But that was just one of those things where I was like, no, Dale and her are gonna be locked in for good.
Can you tease who you might at least, gravitate towards in the next episode or two?
Moving forward, well, I
Mhm.
will say that there are two women coming in with Allyshia and Leia.
Mhm.
Um, I think they're both incredible women. But to the depth of how I get to know them, I guess people just have to tune in for that one.